What's up, YouTube? It's Coach Cory, and today I'm coming at you with, in my opinion, what is the best new strategy for Pachinko Park. And I'm going to teach you guys how to get max coins. And to help me do that, I have with me two OP Robo Rumble players. I'm sure you know these guys. We got Nicomus, who's been on the channel many times. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, Cory?
Not much. I'm doing well. And we also got Joe, the leader of Average Joes and streamer. Guys, make sure to check him out. He's got awesome streams, and I'll put the link in his description. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. And just for a quick plug for you, when do you stream?
7 o'clock Eastern, usually at night.
At night, and most days?
Yeah, every day.
Okay, sweet. All right, so let's just go into it. So, guys, you may notice we have a different brawler than normal. So, Joe, ready up when you're ready? Yeah, so we got Spike instead of Colt. So we think we just got almost 10 minutes with this strategy, testing it out. So we're pretty positive this is going to be the best strategy for Pachinko Park. So to start out, let's just give some general Robo Rumble tips. And then if you guys don't want to hear those, you just want to go straight to the strategy for this, skip ahead. We're going to give some tips, and then we'll go to the final boss. So just like normal Robo Rumble stuff, you know, boss every 7 waves. So 7th wave, 14th wave, and then 21st wave. Try and save your supers for those waves. And then every 2 waves, there's an additional robot, but they reset after boss waves. Robots get more health after every boss wave. Pretty general stuff. I mean, the only other... Do you guys have any tips? What do you think for Robo Rumble?
For your shooters, just... like, make sure you're both going back at the same time or someone's going to get poked.
Yeah. So, like, to elaborate, he means, like, if there's a shooter, just, like, try and, like, make sure you're running backwards, because otherwise, they sort of, like, lock onto you, and they're, like, not very good shooters, so they just sort of stand there. And then, like, sometimes they're just, like, in odd angles and hard to hit.
Especially late game gets a lot more dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially in the positions that we're going to be.
Exactly. Really Alright, so those are some general Robo Rumble tips, guys. So we're going to skip ahead. We'll come back to you when we're right before the final boss, and we'll talk about the strategy. Alright, guys, so we're back at you. Show you how to deal with the final boss. So, same with before. If you do die versus the boss, it's not that big of a deal, because the next 2 waves... Oh, I might die here. Nope, 80 health, 85 health. If you die here, the next 2 waves are pretty easy. It's 2 robots. Oh, I might die. I'm gonna die. He's got no health left.
This is going well.
Yeah, we're fine. So it's just 2 melee guys.
The next 2 waves are a joke anyways.
Yeah. This guy's gonna be annoying. So the strat is, you stand on the right side, and you basically sort of end up coming back like this a lot. Ricochet is always going to end up going far back. And then essentially, it's not going to happen yet because there's not enough robots for Barley and Spike to really get... I'll super this. There's not enough robots for Barley and Spike to get their supers back that often right away. We got to come back because that shooter's not coming up. Yeah, there we go. But they're going to super first, pretty much. They both super together. And Spike super is sort of to make the robots stay in Barley's super. And then Rico's sort of like a cleanup.
I'll super this one.
Okay. So the one thing that messes this up sometimes is sometimes there's a robot that comes on the far right lane. So when that happens, basically Barley just has to super a little bit further or closer to him. So like this doesn't... Super. We're good. Well, we're getting to the point where... I don't know if... I'll let you guys deal with when you both have to super. I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm going to save my hits for this last zombie.
Help me get this last one. So this is another thing that happens sometimes, is there's one robot who's a straggler at the end and has a ton of health, and that can mess you up because you can get out of position. I'll super this.
Nice.
Alright, Joe, how close are you?
I have it.
Okay. And then I might super this. Probably will. Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to.
Okay.
Joe?
Also, there's this one shooter that's going to be annoying. But we're okay. So see how he just did it a little bit closer. And look, these guys just melt. And then one thing you're hearing Joe say is he's saving... Spike has such a slow reload. If he uses all of his attacks in the beginning, he's not going to have them at the end of the wave. I'll super this. We still need a little more damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to super too. One shooter. Don't die. Okay, we're good. Now it's getting really intense. So you really just need to be in this back corner. And you're going to funnel them here. I'm going to super this in a second. Okay, good. So we're past 8 minutes so far, guys. We're doing pretty well. And you're just really just doing this constantly. I'll super in a second.
I got it. I can get it back.
It's okay. I don't have mine back, but I'm okay. I'll get it back soon. Okay.
Oh, Joe, did you not get yours back?
No, that one I didn't.
super
I don't
early.
have this one either.
Mine.
I got it.
Oh, I died. Crap. I have super. Okay, so we got 9 minutes. So we could have done a little better. If I didn't die, I think we could have gone at least another 30 seconds, if not more. So that's the gist of the strategy. But let's do this again. I'll show you guys some more action of it. Alright, guys, so we're back. So, we're at the last boss wave. So, pretty much, until you're at the last boss wave, you pretty much do whatever you gotta do to kill these robots until you get past that. That's when the real battle starts, it seems. So, some of you may be wondering, okay, hey, Cory, we don't have Spike. So, what do we do? If you don't have Spike, use Colt. And you're gonna have to be a little bit more forward than we are right here. Because it's a little hard for Colt to sometimes get the angle. You can still easily get max coins. But you're not going to be able to get as high of a time, I think. It's definitely a little bit better with Spike. So you're just coming back, falling back right, and you're trying to get them all to funnel in this area. I mean, that's the thing with Robo Rumble, is it's all about funneling. And you want to funnel them into one area. Oh, what am I doing? Heal up, if you guys can. I can super early, so you guys can heal if we need to.
Oh.
Looks like you're okay. At least Nick can heal with
Super? Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Woo.
Super every wave now.
Yeah, so those two are gonna super wave. Rico is pretty much an emergency super, and you sort of him using his super depends on so like I might have to super next wave because you guys don't have your super.
I don't think you need to yet, Joe. And maybe now because I don't have mine.
Yeah, something. So you got to really make sure you're strafing because so Nickmas is gonna super here. I'm gonna have to super too because we're down a Spike. I might super twice if I get nope. We're okay. So even if you have someone die, you can definitely still recover with this strategy, just because you're so close to the spawn that you get right back to your spot. The thing is, you have to make sure none of the robots go right, so you see how I'm really sticking to this wall. And the other thing too is the barley has to make sure the barley doesn't get too far left, or you might end up with a robot going right. Okay, so we're good. Okay. So see, this one robot might be really annoying. I'm gonna super this. So a lot of times Rico's to super is when there's those melee guys.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I'm really low health. I'm gonna super this.
I'm supering also.
Okay, good, good. How close are
need
you?
one shot.
I got mine again. I'm gonna go again.
Super.
Yeah, we're okay. So
So
sometimes Rico can super twice if you need to.
Oh, there's a guy coming left.
Okay, so that... I'm not quite sure how that happens.
I think it was because I went left on the wall here at the bottom.
Okay. So that's where Barley has to really make sure to stay right. So we still got 8:30, but let's go again. Let's see if we can get around 10 minutes. Alright guys, so instead of doing another run, I decided to just show you the gameplay of us getting almost 10 minutes. I thought that would be more interesting gameplay than getting around like 9 minutes, which is what we've been getting. So I'm just going to give a little small tips, and you guys can just watch it with some music. And of course I'm skipping to the interesting parts. But some other tips I would have, make sure it's really important if you're able to be in Discord with your teammates. It's definitely going to be easier to get a high time. For instance, if you want to go for like the world record or something like that, or just a really, really good like 10 minutes plus, you probably need to be in Discord. You don't all have to be talking, but just at least one or two of you talking, and then the others can listen. But I'm assuming most of you are going to be able to be in Discord. So the next best thing to do as far as communication, when you super is definitely important. So as far as communicating when you super, try and flash the super button. That's going to help a lot. Another tip for this strategy is at the end of a wave, when there's still some enemies standing and they're starting to attack the Spike and the Barley, instead of having them run away from them to the left, make sure they run away back to the corner far right where the Ricochet is. That way Ricochet shots are going to stay on a center line, and if he still needs to super, he can hit everything instead of whatever's attacking Barley and Spike not being in his super or in his normal attack. Definitely important to do that. Alright guys, that's pretty much most of the tips. I guess another one is some things to know. Around the 4 minutes mark, you're going to need to have one of you super probably for the next 3 waves. And then you're going to have the boss wave. And then at around 6 minutes, that's when Barley starts supering every single wave. It's going to take a little longer for Spike to start supering every wave. As far as Ricochet supering every wave, that sometimes honestly even very late, that's not needed. It's going to depend on how many stragglers there are and how well the Barley and Spike super hits the main group of enemies, or if there are some extra enemies at the end. Sometimes you might need to use Ricochet super on just one enemy at the very end, just so you can get Spike and Barley back in position at the start of the next wave. If they're not in position to start the next wave, it can make it very hard to kill that wave because it could end up messing up the pathing, or they're just not going to be able to get the same amount of damage, and they're just going to overwhelm you even closer to the save, and you're not going to be able to recover. Alright guys, that's pretty much all my tips, so enjoy the rest of the gameplay with some music. Alright, see you later. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video on the strategy for Pachinko Park, how to get max coins, and how to get the best time with the newest update. Thank you guys so much for coming on the channel.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Guys, make sure to check out Joe's streams. I'll put the link in the description. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you later.